Coach Henry, what's going on? How are you?
What's up, brother? How are you?
Are you calm today, man? Cause I know you was letting everybody have it not a couple of hours ago, bro. Everybody who you felt didn't believe in your son, you was letting them have it.
Well, that's what they get, man, because they always have a misconception of my son. They don't realize that my boy been doing this since he was 7 years old, and I'm tired of people just, thinking he's a YouTube star or internet or Twitter. I mean, I'm tired of all that, man. I am just fed up, and I'm gonna tell people, educate them, and especially the people that have their own podcasts, that have their own networks. They need to be educated because I take offense to that.
Nah, understandable. Um, Obviously, there is a lot of people giving Ryan credit and some trying to diminish. I believe he belongs on the pound for pound list. That's actually our debate today. I feel like Devin was a pound for pound fighter. He proved that by undisputing. He moved up. He beat a champion in Regis, becoming a two division champion and a former undisputed. And that is a pound for pound win. Um,
Listen, you're absolutely right. You see, you hit the nail right on the head. You're absolutely right. And they're gonna come out with this excuse. Well, Ryan was 3.2 pounds over. Hey, you gotta get over that because Devin came in 15 pounds heavier than Ryan inside the ring. So now what? So, don't come out with this excuse. The bottom line, he got a beat down. We knew he was going to get a beat down. And the reason why Devin became undisputed and all that other stuff, whatever you want to call it, is because he got there first. You got to understand, Ryan's been with Devin back since he was 9 years old. See, people don't realize that. We fought 6 times. We beat him three. He beat us three. But we knew deep in our hearts, hey, when we meet as pros, we're gonna beat them. It was just it was meant to be. We knew it was gonna happen. It was just a matter of time.
Speaking of knowing that's going to happen, it seemed like that was the game plan. It felt like Ryan went in there not respecting the power. Um, did he wait till he felt something? You think, or did he go in there just knowing Devin couldn't hurt him?
He went in there knowing that Devin couldn't hurt him because back in the day, when we were in West Virginia, Ryan busted his eardrums, and at another time out in Oxnard, we rocked him. That's why Ryan gave him his first 8 count. So we knew that his chin was suspect. The problem is people don't realize that Linares is the one that opened everyone's eye. But see, Linares was too old. I mean, no offense. I'm not. I take it back. He wasn't too old. He just was in his 34. He was in mid 30s, and he just couldn't get over that. I mean, when you hurt somebody, you gotta go after them. Look what happened when Ryan hurt Devin. He went after him. See, and if you don't have the legs for that, then you're just not. You're gonna let him loose. You're gonna let him go. You're gonna let him get away. In other words, and we knew that going into this fight, we land one punch, he's done. And sure enough, that's exactly what happened.
Absolutely. What went through your mind when he landed that first left hook in the first round? And did you think it would happen that soon? Look, I was a huge Devin Haney fan, still am. I hope that he can bounce back, but I thought he was a superb boxer. I didn't
Well,
think he would get hit with the left hook. Then I didn't think he would get with the left hook three and six times. It was repeatedly. How'd that moment feel for you? That first one in the first round.
well, it was no surprise to me because before the fight, I told Ryan two important factors. Okay, that's very important what I'm about to say. First thing is, I told him I believe that this fight is going to be uh, Roberto Duran, Sugar Ray Leonard, their first fight in Montreal. And it almost played out the same way. When Duran rocked Leonard early in the round, he went back and Duran went after him. I mean, isn't it weird? It almost happened the same way. Ryan rocked him, went to the ropes, and he went after him. It was just incredible. And I mean, I just visioned that, and that's exactly what happened. You know, and it's just we knew that we could beat him. That's the bottom line. I mean, there's see a lot of people. Yeah, he's got the style. He's got a good jab and all that. But you know what? You take that jab away from him, he's just a normal boxer. You know, and he's really his chin is totally suspect. Not as bad as Rolly though, but very close to it. I'm being honest. So
Wow.
for
So you think Rolly has less of a chin than Devin?
oh man, if Ryan would have fought Ryan would have dropped him in the first round and finished him. I guarantee you that. I guarantee you that. It's very few people that can handle Ryan's hook. Ryan's got a beautiful right hand. He's got an uppercut. He's beautiful, but that left hook is dangerous. That left hook is. I mean, I'm there watching him while we're working out. I do mitts with him. I try to avoid his left hook because he messes up my arm every time. I'm like, yeah, and he gets mad at me because he's like, why don't you stop it the way you're supposed to? I said, I tried to, but shit, you break the inside of my elbow. Literally, he does. So I just do
Henry,
him.
um, do
Uh,
you believe? Obviously, we've seen Oscar and Ryan both say no rematch, but
bro, when you get a beat down like that, you don't deserve a rematch. A rematch only happens, and I'm being frank with you. A rematch only happens when it's very, very, very close. And the guy deserves a rematch because it's questionable. When things are questionable, I'll be the first one to say, you know what, give the dude, let's run it back. But this was a beatdown, okay? And for those people that still continue to support Haney, they got another thing coming. The guy is not who people think they are. He is. I'm being honest. I know Haney since he was 9 years old. I'm speaking facts. There's a couple more guys that I know that can beat Haney, but I'm not gonna mention their names. They know me. I know them. I'm telling you, Haney isn't what you think he is. And people might hate me, and I don't care because we proved ourselves anyways. It doesn't matter. But there's other people out there. I'm telling you right now. You know who hits harder than Haney? Duarte, Oscar Duarte. Oscar Duarte will probably knock out Haney. Okay, I'm not kidding you. That dude can hit. See, and a lot of people don't understand that because they're on the outside, they're behind the scenes, they have their own podcast. But when you're inside the ring fighting my son tells me everything afterwards. Everything. He reveals everything because we break it down. We analyze the whole fight, and then I ask him important questions. What was the guy, major um, uh, factors? And one of them will be power. And when Ryan told me about Duarte, I was like, yikes. He goes, Dad, I'm glad I was in shape because he could do some damage.
are you picking Duarte to stop Jojo Diaz?
Bro,
April 27th, 4 days.
he's gonna end his career, brother.
Wow,
March
ended. So
first,
you're calling retirement.
bro. Of course. This is
Wow.
it. This is it, brother. I mean, I'm sorry, but this is it. Duarte, he's pissed off because he thought that. I mean, he's a Mexican warrior too, and he's pissed off that Ryan cracked him. But the guy doesn't give up. That guy doesn't give up. And watch what he does. I want you to call me back in 4 days and you're going to say, Mr. Garcia, you're right. You're right on the money. I know boxers. That dude's going to crack JoJo. He's going to finish him.
Okay, you know boxers. Your son has been calling out quite a few names.
Well,
Which ones you think are realistic? Because we heard you want Isaac Cruz. He said things like Terrence Crawford,
no,
Sebastian Fondura. Uh, he just offered Tank a catchweight at 144. Saturday was 145. Jerome Boots Ennis, he's calling out. Those are the few that I can remember. What's more
well,
realistic for you?
the Isaac Cruz is realistic.
Did you see
It's
that they
what?
announced the fight for Isak, right? Did you notice he's going to be on the Crawford undercard August 3rd in LA.
Well, that's fine, but that's another guy that you guys got to be careful with. All right. Um, don't toot his horn too much, okay? Because he hasn't really fought anyone. See, you guys are just You guys have everything wrong here. Look at Isaac Cruz' resume, brother. Please look at his resume. Don't just look at who he's knocking out. Anybody could have knocked out. My younger son, Sean, would have knocked out Rolly. Okay?
Wow.
I'm
But but
serious, bro.
but Mr.
You want me to be
Garcia,
real or you want me to lie to you?
no, I want you to be real, but you know, it just sounds strange. Before this win, some would say the same thing about Ryan. That
Exactly, but see the reason why they would say that is because they don't understand. See, the problem with people is that they don't understand the history of Ryan. You mean to tell me that Ryan, who started since he was 7 years old, won 15-time national champion, 15, not once. And I'm gonna tell you, it's so hard to win one national because you gotta go through the whole district, which is all California. Then you got to go through the whole state of California. Then you got to go through the whole regional. Then you got to go through the national. So there's four major steps, and people are innocent. They're not aware of those steps that are involved. Ryan did this 15 times. Sean won it 8 times. My boys are real. My boys are the truth. So for those people to say, "Oh well, we doubted Ryan," how the hell can you say you doubted Ryan when he fucking just lost to Tank because he was drained out? You know, I mean, all the other ones don't mean shit. You mean to tell me that he's got a higher ratio than Devin Haney? What does that tell you? Come on, brother, be smart. Don't be dumb out there. Not you, but I'm talking to people. Don't do that. Do your research. Educate yourself. Okay? Look at Ryan's resume. You think that it's easy to beat a gold medalist? Luke Campbell? You think it's easy? The dude is badass. And he's tall. He would have beaten Haney. I'm not kidding you. The dude is bad. See, the problem with Haney, and you guys, again, I'm going to educate you guys. Okay? Who did Haney fight? Um, Linares, Prograis, Jojo Diaz, um, um, who's the other guy?
but Henry, two of
Wait,
those
wait,
names
wait,
are
wait.
guys
Loma.
you were supposed to fight.
Yeah, but
Linares,
yeah,
you guys were
that's
in
why.
negotiations with
Wait,
Linares and with Jojo Diaz.
yeah, but Ryan had his wrist injury, right?
No,
So
I'm just stating that if they were good for Ryan, once Ryan
yeah,
didn't fight them, that's when Devin fought them.
yeah, but let me tell you something. Ryan had a wrist injury, and the reason why Ryan didn't fight Linares because that's when COVID was around, and I believe that Linares was in Japan, so he couldn't get to the states. See, so but people don't know that. So of course Haney, Ryan moves on, and Haney steps in. That's fine. He's allowed to. But the point I'm making is that Prograis, Linares, Jojo Diaz, and Lomachenko, what do they all have in common? Can you answer?
Age.
Bingo, brother. Bingo. They're 34, pushing 35 or 40. And you mean to tell me that a 25-year-old is going to have a hard time beating a 34, 35? Come on. So you know what I told Ryan before the fight? I said, Ryan, you're 25 years old. Haney's 25. I said, you gonna let a 25 beat your ass? He goes, hell no. I said, go kick his ass, Ryan. You know you did it in the amateur, do it again. He ain't nobody special. And we proved everybody wrong. And I'm so happy for that. Because now you guys know the truth. His chin is suspect. And those hard hitters like Duarte, they're gonna drop Haney. So I guarantee you the next fight that Haney picks, I guarantee you he's not gonna pick a hard hitter. I guarantee you that, brother.
Do you consider
Mark my words.
Sandor Martin a hard hitter? Do you consider him a hard hitter? Some would say that he dropped Teofimo twice in his last fight.
Well, I'm telling you, man. Anybody that has a hard punch has an opportunity, of course, because they have a boxer's punch. Which is good. I mean, can you get in there? Can you make it happen? That's on you. But yeah, everybody has an opportunity as long as they have a punch. Isaac Cruz has a punch. I'll be honest. But has he fought anyone? We yet to see. Who has Isaac Cruz fought? Be honest. And don't say Tank because he didn't beat Tank, number one. And number two,
But you
Tank,
gain experience.
well, forget that, brother. Let's be real here. Come on, brother. Come on, brother. Are you a boxing analyst or
He
you just
said,
or
forget
you just
that. How do you want to
oh,
forget experience?
bro, no, I'm talking about Tank's hand was injured.
Yeah, but he injured it because Isak kept that hand glued to his face. That
Okay,
defense
well,
made that
all
hand
right,
get
but I'm just
injured.
saying, did he beat him?
No.
Thank you. That's the answer I want. So until he fights someone, hey, I'm being real, or you want me to lie?
Thomas Matisse is a good win. It's not a world beater. I know you're looking for world beaters. He doesn't have any world beater. He doesn't have any world
Yeah,
class
so,
fighter.
so don't toot his horn, brother.
I'm not.
Ryan fought Fundura. Oh, I mean, Fonseca, for Fortuna. He fought Luke Campbell. Okay, and he kicked ass on Haney now. Okay, I mean these are some badass dudes. Okay, there's no way you can compare those guys to fucking Isaac Cruz. I'm not saying he isn't good. I'm not saying that. But the dude hasn't been tested like Haney never been tested by a young bull, which is like Ryan, and somebody taller. These guys were shorter than shit, bro. They were short, brother. Okay, you know it. You know they were short. And they were old when it comes to boxing. Not old in general, but just when it comes to boxing. They're beyond their prime. So you guys got to know this, bro. This is the real deal here. When I see Isaac Cruz beat someone of that caliber that Ryan has fought, I'm going to say, this dude's a bad dude. But he hasn't. Look at his resume and look at Ryan's. And usually you'll get the answers. If you guys were smart enough, you would have said, well, let me check out Ryan's resume and let me check out Haney. Bro, you guys were all sideswiped by the belts. Shit, you don't think Ryan would have gotten those belts? You don't think Ryan would have become a champion if he would have fought Rolly? Come on, bro. You guys are, I don't know, man. You guys got to regroup. And that fucking referee was suspect, too. I'm going to go after him. That Harvey Doc, he's a son of a bitch. He's a son of a bitch. I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna go after his ass.
Let me get to some of these questions from the people. Anything that I read that you felt you've already talked about or answered, we're just going to give, reading it to give them their acknowledgement. We have Toledo Treese. Would you and your son fight my guy, Adrien Broner, next, possibly in the Allegiant Stadium?
Never. The dude's over the hill. What good does it do us? Sorry. Let's move on.
James Valdez, San Antonio, Texas. You visited my hometown of San Antonio numerous times. Is there anything in particular that you can share with us about your time in San Antonio? Thank you for coming on the show. Your son put on a great show. Salute to you, sir.
I appreciate that. I love San Antonio because I have family out there. So you guys will see us out there again.
We got Stefan in Toronto. Please repeat what you said about Bill Haney's hair. Afro hair is great.
Well, he doesn't have an afro head. I tell you, he has a nappy head, and other people agree with me on that. But I'm gonna tell you this. I didn't mean it as a racist thing, okay? Because he came after me. Okay, I've got a hair transplant that looks really good, actually. But but I tell you, brother, you're not supposed to. You're not supposed to come after someone personal view because you're not fighting me. Your son's fighting my son. So let's stick to that. But if you're gonna offend me, you better be damn well I'm gonna come after you. And later on, Bill and I talked. We laughed about it. We're cool, But I still don't like the guy because I don't. I think he's a horrible father. Horrible father. He should have stopped
Why?
the
Why
fight.
horrible?
He fucking should have stopped the fight. He could get his son killed, man. He should have
Nah.
stopped it in the fucking seventh round or maybe after the first. The dude was out,
Damn,
and he.
after the first, come on, Henry. After the first?
I said seventh.
Yeah, but you said also maybe after the first.
Well, didn't you see his legs? You know why
Yeah,
Ryan
but you
knocked him
gotta
out in
give
the
you
first?
gotta give him a champion's chance.
Bro, do you know about boxing? Do you, bro, come on. Bro, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but when your legs are gone and your mind is fucking cloudy, you one more hit, you're done. You're fucking done.
I mean, it
That
worked out,
referee, that referee fucking had money on Haney, I'll tell you right now.
but
He's a
it worked out. He took the shot in the first round, and he was able to win
I
two.
know you. I know now you're all fucking for Haney. I know now for a fact, and I hope you lost money too, brother.
I didn't bet, but listen,
Well,
it did. You're saying it didn't work out because it did, right? He was able to survive that first round. He went on to win a bunch
but
of rounds on the
look at
scorecards.
his, but look at his face, brother. Look at
For
his face.
sure,
Do you
sure.
would you want your son to get you? Would you want your son to get his ass kicked for so many rounds, or would you
Of
protect your
course
son?
not.
Tell me.
Of course not.
Okay,
But that
then
let let
you're a good father. That's why I said Bill is not a good father. You're a good father, but Bill is not because Bill all he worries about is fucking fame and fucking camera. That dude fucking got more interviews than Haney, and he wasn't even fighting. That's
I mean,
horrible.
you
He
don't
tried to be a
consider
Don
that
King,
promoting? You don't consider that promoting?
bro. Fuck that. He tried to be a Don King. Give me a break. Coming in with the fucking American flag and the Mexican flag.
I
Give me
think he
a
did that because of you, because you labeled him Don King, so I think he lived up to it with the flags. But he doesn't remind you of Angel Garcia.
hell no. No, he leans more towards Don King. Angel Garcia was just vulgar, boisterous, But that's besides the point. The point is, as a father, you become a father before you become a trainer. And this dude was not a father. And Ryan looked at him and said, "Dude, are you gonna stop this shit?" And he just looked at Ryan like, "Go ahead, kick my son's ass some more." I mean, he's stupid.
You're
He's stupid.
saying what Shakur. You're saying what Shakur Stevenson said Sunday morning that Bill should he allowed Devin to take too much punishment, and Shakur's recommendation is on the next high level fight to let someone else be the lead trainer. What's your thoughts on that?
I totally agree, brother. I totally agree because when you don't do your job right and you don't protect your son as a father, it's time to go. It's time to step down. And if Haney has any sense left after a beating like that, he should say, "You know what, Dad? I gotta get someone else." I left my son when he was 12-0 when he was 13-0 with 12 knockouts. What father would do that? Or what coach? I did it because I said we're going to go on to better things and they're going to be tougher things. I got a lot of experience in my life, a lot. I'm very smart, very smart. I know my son more than any coach out there. I say certain things, Ryan reacts to it. But when I have somebody like Derek James, him and I work hand in hand, man, we got a great thing going on.
Has it
And
ever
only a
been?
father who loved their son will step down.
Well, I guess next question is from Ese Moro. He says, Alan G from Reading, Pennsylvania. Hey, coach, how was it like being in the corner after the 11th round? I noticed Coach Derek James had some words for the corner, and what was it that Coach Derek James told Ryan? Thanks for being on the show, and then congrats on the huge win. So yeah, it seemed like Derek took control of the corner and tried to get Ryan back focused. Can you share
Well,
what took place?
yeah, well, Ryan, obviously he gets very emotional. He knew he had it in the bag, except for that one judge, which is ridiculous. That's a suspect as well. But what happened was he had to calm Ryan down because, hey, man, don't count your chickens before they hatch, which is true. But the emotions sometimes get the best of you. And it was a good thing that he calmed him down. But Ryan already knew he dropped him in the 11th round. He says that's it. There's 3 knockdowns. Actually, Ryan actually dropped him like 5 times, but that stupid ass referee didn't count those other 2 knockdowns, and they were supposed to be knockdowns because he cracked them and he leaned towards Ryan to use him as a shield. So when Ryan stepped down, he fell. That means, bro, you were out. That's called a knockdown. But since he's who he is, he's gonna protect Haney. That son of a bitch had money on Haney. There's a major politics going on. Major politics going on. I can't stand it. But yeah, that's what happened.
I have James in Atlanta. The meaning of pound for pound can be conveyed so many ways. I feel its active fighters' impact on the sport. Ryan met the criteria. Would you feel I'm crazy if I said Jake Paul meets the pound for pound impact for the sport as well?
I'm gonna go on to the next question because that's the most ridiculous shit I've ever heard.
Oh, Octo. Greetings, Henry. Congratulations on the win. What shocked you the most about Ryan's performance that you wasn't expecting?
Well, it's not that I wasn't expecting. I knew that we were gonna go ahead and beat him. That I did know. I didn't think it was gonna be that early that Ryan would crack him. I thought it was gonna be in the second round. I predicted the second round. And even Ryan said that. Remember, they asked him at the Empire State Building. They said, Ryan, what round are you saying? And Ryan said 2, right? I believe my son, but you know what I always tell my son? If you see it, take it. And he must have seen it because he cracked him in the first round. So I know you're mad at me by saying he should have stopped it, but I'm telling you, man, if you're ever a boxer and somebody cracks you the way Ryan cracked him, and he had his face on the canvas, bro, that's dangerous. You have a major concussion at that
No,
point in
no.
time.
Honestly, if you watch my live, I was like, he's not gonna get up. I didn't think he was gonna get up.
Right.
I didn't
Well,
think he was gonna get up. I thought he was not like the
yeah,
fact that he got up. I was shocked.
I was too. I was too, but I'm telling you, if anything, I salute Haney for that.
Me too.
You know, I do, and I'm gonna be real. Okay, so whether I know you support him and all, and I appreciate that, but I'll give credit when credit is due. But as a father, if I saw my son like that, I'm a different type. I said, you need to live
But
to
but
fight
but
another day.
in
You
your
have to live to
case,
fight another day.
but in your case, your son is Ryan.
That's
Knowing
right.
what Ryan can do, you still won't give him a chance. Knowing that, I mean, look, one punch changed it around for him.
Yeah, you're right. But the thing is that safety comes first. It's not the
I'm
name.
just making sure. I'm just making sure that's your answer because you know your son has the
Yeah,
X factor with the punch.
yeah.
So some
Well,
trainers might say, "Well, we got to give him that puncher's
uh,
shot."
see, and that's where trainers fail, and that's why I said Devin Haney's father is horrible. He's a wicked man, and the reason why I say he's wicked because he said death on Ryan Garcia. That's a wicked man right there. You don't wish that on anybody's son or any man because people that believe in God, God will hear you and say, "What? You're wishing death on my child?" He's gonna humble you, and that's exactly what he did. He cursed himself by saying that. That's why I say he's a wicked man. He cursed himself by saying, "Oh, death to Ryan Garcia. Give me a break, bro. You don't ever say that. Poor.
We got we got Jose that says, Henry, his hook looks so nice. Why not keep working in the jab? A strong jab would push Ryan over the top.
Well, Ryan that does have an awesome jab. He does it, but I don't know, bro. I mean, I'm telling you, Ryan sees things that he sees them right away, and there isn't any person um, other than Tank Davis that avoided that hook. But as you know, Ryan hit him with that right hand and wobbled him too in the first round. But they trained enough, and Ryan got caught, but he got up. But it is what it is. But not too many people can avoid that hook. And but I do tell him, hey, let's do this, let's do that, and he does it in sparring. But he sees something right away, and it's like, man, just like I tell him, if you see it, take it.
Henry, now that we see Ryan keep trying to, implement the shoulder roll, can we? I know I'm not trying to be disrespectful to Derek, but we know that Derek doesn't like it. Can we bring someone else in, like a Mickey Bay, hopefully Floyd Mayweather Jr., maybe a Jeff Mayweather, someone to help Ryan work on it? I think I love it. No, 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 I love it. I don't know if
I
you've
love it.
seen it. I've been saying it since the first time he brought it out because
Yeah,
I never seen anyone do 3-punch combinations out the shoulder roll. Ryan was
yeah,
coming out uppercut, left hook, right
yeah,
hand. Bro,
yeah,
Mayweather comes out of there with one right hand. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I would love to see him work on it so that he doesn't bend over more and just master it. I think he can, again, his speed out of that.
yeah,
Oscar, I'm told Oscar, when he got with Floyd Mayweather Sr., started to do it and came out of the shoulder roll in a 3-punch combination. I would have to see the tape of it. I don't remember it, but I do like Ryan using it, and it's causing look, it caused Devin Haney not to have anywhere to punch.
exactly. And
He got warned
you know
by the
what?
ref.
I don't mind. Um, I don't mind talking to Ryan about that. That's something that he has to decide on. But honestly, I'm being real about this. I've never seen it happen until the day he fought Duarte. It was weird. I mean, the first time I seen it, I couldn't believe it. But now that he did it against Haney, it actually worked a little. It worked. It worked a little, and I was like, well, okay. I mean, whatever works, do it, right? But I know Ryan that he does it to defend himself, but he has the opportunity to throw punches right after because Ryan's a very good counter puncher.
No, his speed is next level. Another thing that impressed me, bro. I mean, I I
Yeah.
I think I counted 3 hooks off the jab.
Oh, that
Off
was
the
nasty.
jab. Like that
That,
shit was
hey,
mind blowing.
bro, I'm telling you, bro. I mean, I'm telling you, you guys got to understand. Ryan has been doing this since he was 7 years old.
Crazy.
I look. He used to have an awesome jab. I'm not kidding you. He used to have an awesome jab, but then when I started seeing him with that hook, I was like, man, this is an interesting hook that he has, and we just developed it, and we didn't have to work on it too much because he would do it on his own. But I wouldn't keep on telling Ryan, okay, throw your hook, throw your hook, throw your hook. No, Ryan does it naturally, and that's the beauty of it. You don't have to train Ryan to do a hook. Trust me, he does it on his own. But
We
anyways,
have I'm
go
sorry,
ahead.
I'm sorry.
I just want to apologize to you, brother, because I'm still emotional. I can't stand people that that like Haney and don't understand my son's resume or history. See, you guys got to understand, just because he was pound for pound, or I don't know what he was, undisputed and current 140 super lightweight, um, yeah, that's okay. But I'm telling you, look at who he fought versus Ryan, and look how tall Ryan is, and look how young Ryan is. That's your answer right there. You don't have to look any further. That's your answer. Bill knows. If anybody knows Ryan, Bill. And that's why Bill said, we know Ryan Garcia. You damn right you know. and we kicked his ass a few times. So they made a big mistake by choosing Ryan. They were like, "Oh, we're gonna get rid of Ryan. It's okay. He's got crazy antics." They didn't take him serious. Ryan fooled everybody.
He certainly fooled everybody, man. We
Hmm.
have Brian Sanchez that says, "Why did you get quiet when Eddie mentioned Boots instead of
Yeah,
Isak Cruz?"
see now I love questions like that, and it went viral. It went funny, okay. But I'm gonna tell you why. I'll give you my reasons because when I was pissed off at Eddie Hearn because Eddie Hearn insulted my boy, okay, in the press conference, and I knew that Eddie Hearn was favoring Luke Campbell. He was favoring Devin Haney, like everyone else, and I went up to him and I told him "F you," and this and that, and I said, "Now who do you got next?" And when I stood quiet when he said Booth Ennis, I'm gonna tell you why. Because I'm not looking at a 147 pounder. I don't even know those guys. I don't even know who's in that division, except for Crawford. But I'm worried about 135 pounders and 140. So he caught me off guard. I'm like, I've heard of Boot Ennis, but not to a point where he's fucking on my mind. Now, if he would have mentioned Teofimo Lopez, he's Cruz, you know, those kind of guys, I would say, oh shit, all right, we could fight this guy. But when he said Ennis, it's not that I was scared or what the fuck. Come on, man. Ryan ain't scared of anyone. But if he would have mentioned Shakur, Isaac Cruz, or Teofimo, um, I would say okay, or Subriel Matisse or something like that. I would say okay, fine. But Boot Ennis, I was like, who's that guy? And no disrespect, but I'm like, where is he? What division? That's why, but not because I was dumbfounded or scared. Just he caught me off guard. That's your answer. Real talk.
We got Max in New York. Would you consider a Teofimo fight? A lot of people think that would be an amazing fight. Straight fireworks. Plus, Teo is the king at 140.
Well, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, we asked him to fight just like Isaac Cruz, and I'm gonna tell you, they didn't want Ryan at the time, because Ryan was knocking everybody out. So if they want to run it, hey bro, we're all for it. I love it. I love to see those fights. I love to see those fights. I mean, we say yes to a lot of things, but it comes down to promotions, promoters, um, you know, everybody. Everybody's got to be on the same page. But I would love that. Hell yeah.
I recall you saying that the Broner fight did nothing for you. How do you feel about Barboza in LA? Does that also do nothing, or would you look at that?
Oh, that's another joke. I'm sorry, man.
He
The
said another
dude,
joke?
the dude fucking lost. You know he did, brother. He fucking lost that fight. You gotta be fucking kidding me. When somebody announces you as a winner, you should be happy. Was that dude fucking happy? He was more fucking shocked than he was happy. That's what deep down inside he said, I fucking lost. The dude lost, bro. He's a joke. Even Ryan said, and he even said he could beat me, Dad. I was like, bro, get out of here, bro. You're not at our level. I'm sorry. He's a joke, bro. He's a fucking joke. And he knows it. He lost. Answer me this. You seen the fight and you're an analyst. Did he win or not?
I had him lose, and I was super impressed by Sean McCombs, man.
Thank you, brother.
Beautiful,
See,
beautiful boxing, beautiful jab,
mhm.
combination punches, southpaw shoulder roll.
bro,
No, that guy
bro.
needs an opportunity again. They need to bring him back. He was
Okay.
super impressive.
And that's when a rematch is warranted. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. And I appreciate your honesty because you're not biased. I appreciate your honesty.
Oh, thank
And
you.
that's what I like about you. You stay like that and you're going to be good. But I hate people. No, bro, I hate people that fucking lie because
Nah,
they
me
favor
too.
that person. See, with Haney and Ryan, nobody can fucking lie. Nobody can lie. You know why? You can't escape an ass whipping, bro. There's no excuse for that. There's no excuse. You can say, oh, well, this, he did. Not, bro, he got his ass kicked. He was beat down. And there ain't going to be no rematch because there's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's stupid. It's stupid. And it was their fault to not do get too confident and said, oh, well, we can have a rematch clause. They fucked up. So we moving on. And
Wait,
I
wait,
guarantee
wait,
you,
wait. They didn't have a rematch clause?
no,
Whoa.
I thought they did, but they didn't. They were too confident that we're gonna fucking run over Ryan, so we'll fucking go move on. They fucked up big time, bro, and they're regretting it. And I'll tell you this much right now: I guarantee you, Haney ain't gonna fight till next year.
Till April next year, a whole 12 months you're saying, or the calendar year of 2025?
He'll probably fight in February, March. And the dude is beaten. It's hard to recover from that, and he knows that his chin is suspect. So shit, you don't think boxers are gonna come after him, bro?
What's your
Forget it.
thoughts on Sandor? Sandor's his mandatory since he got to keep the belt. Do you think Sandor can beat him? That's the guy that fought Tio and beat Mikey.
Well, everybody that has a punch has a boxer's chance. I mean, it's just it is what it is. But you know, you have to go through the negotiations. And a lot of boxers nowadays, if they don't have any, if they have leverage per se, if they have a say so in it, they're pretty much gonna say yay or nay. So if they say nay, it's for a good reason, and usually it's because this dude could probably knock me out too. I'm serious. I guarantee you, and mark my word, I guarantee you the next fight that Haney has, he ain't gonna be a power puncher. I guarantee you that. Why? Mark my word. Mark my word. I guarantee you, you're gonna have a guy, and look at his record. The guy's gonna have like about 2, 3 knockouts, and they're gonna pick him. Mark my words. You're gonna be like, damn, Mr. Garcia's badass.
Justin White, Errol Spence versus Mikey Garcia. How do you like that fight? That's another one that your son has been saying. He was very vocal for the treatment from Earl to Derek, and obviously in the build up to the fight,
Well,
verbalized it.
I think Mikey Garcia's done. I thought he was retired, man. He
No, no,
can't
no,
bring.
no, no. Earl versus your son. Errol Spence versus your son.
Oh, Errol Spence. Oh well. I mean, anything's a possibility. I think that. I mean, I think that accident did some damage to Earl Spence, brother. I'm being honest
Mm-hmm.
because when my son was in Dallas with Errol and they were working out next to each other, like Brian was working out with
With
uh,
Earl.
no,
With
with
Derek.
the guy that's gonna fight Tank. I forget.
Frank Martin.
Frank Martin. Okay, it's the same thing. When when Brian talks to Frank Martin, they're all cool. They talk nice. They help each other out. But when Ryan was fighting preparing for Duarte, he talked to Errol Spence during the workout next to each other, and he said that Errol Spence is like he's he's lost, bro. He's cloudy. He's got like a cloudy mind. So something must have happened. Don't quote me on that too much, but for my son to tell me that something wasn't right, I mean, maybe something happened to him during that accident, and I feel for him. So maybe that's why he didn't perform that well against Crawford, because Errol Spence was badass, badass before that accident. So something might have caused it, and maybe it was that accident. Think about it. Think
So
about
because you and your son are religious, you wouldn't fight him then, because you think
it.
there's something wrong with him.
No, I never said I wouldn't. We wouldn't fight him. I
Okay,
never said that. I was
I'm
just
just
saying
trying to
that.
make sure.
No, I would never say that. I'm just saying that I think something's not right, and I just want him to be 100%, bro. I mean, you gotta be careful when it comes to an accident. You know, whether it's a car accident or too many hits to the head. You gotta be careful, man. You don't you know just because you think you could beat them or you know you could beat them, you gotta watch out for that person's health too. You gotta say, hey, man, he been through some shit. So I don't know if I want to deal with this guy and be part of more damage. You know what I mean?
For sure. I
That's
absolutely
all.
understand.
And that's being real. I'm not here to be confident. Say, oh yeah, we'll kick his ass. We're gonna fuck him up too. No, you gotta think about the history of what happened to him. You look out for somebody's well-being. I'd rather fight someone that never had an accident, like Haney. Did Haney ever get an accident?
No, sir.
Thank you. That's why we choose that guy. Tio ever have an accident?
Nope.
That's why we'll fight him. Isaac Cruz,
Not that I know of. Nope.
we'll fight him. That's what I'm trying to say. We fight guys that have no history of any damages. So I don't want no excuses when we beat you. I don't want any excuses.
Would you want your son to honor his word and give Shakur an opportunity if and only if Ryan can't get the tank fight? Was Ryan's word. He said, if I can't get the tank fight and I beat Devin, I'll fight you. Would you want your son to fight Shakur Stevenson?
I'm gonna be real with you again. It'll
That's
be
what
the
we
same
want. We
result.
want the real.
It'll be the same result as Haney.
Mm.
And I'm gonna tell you why. We fought Shakur in the amateurs. People don't know this, but we fought him in the amateurs. Ryan was only 16 years old, maybe going on 17. We kicked his ass in the first round, but they were grooming this dude for the Olympics. So we fell short by 2 points, but we kicked his ass, and Shakur knows it. Shakur knows it, but they were grooming him to go to the Olympics. And of course, so be I mean, I understand that because he was older. He's like 2 years older than Ryan, so he was up for the Olympics. But they groomed him, and when you're getting groomed, they don't want anybody around that could do damage or win because they'll spoil his chances of going to the Olympics. But I tell you this, Ryan beats Shakur. I mean, Ryan fights Shakur, he'll knock him out,
Mm.
guaranteed. Knock him out,
How
wobble him or
does
knock him out,
how does Ryan deal with Shakur's you know,
bro.
legs? You see what he did versus De Los Santos.
Well, Santos doesn't have the experience Ryan has, and he certainly, I don't know. Listen, you're not supposed to run. You're not supposed to run. You're supposed to fight. People pay to see a fight, not the fucking horse race. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
You're supposed to fight. Come on, brother. I mean, did Duran and Leonard ever run? Did Hagler and Hearns ever run? Come on, brother. You're there to fight. You got people that pay the big bucks. Fight, man. Don't run. And if Shakur gonna want to fight Ryan, bro, just like we told Haney, you think you're tough? Meet me in the center ring. And I told Chris Maddox, I said, Chris, send a message to Bill Haney. I said, if they meet Ryan in the center of the ring, that's the biggest mistake they'll ever make. And look what happened. And
Yeah,
I'm
that was
saying,
shocking. That was shocking that he chose to fight in the mid range with Ryan. I thought he would stay on the outside.
yeah, that's the big mistake, bro. And Shakur will be knows this. So Shakur will just run around. I'd rather not fight him if he's gonna run around. Bro, Shakur just wants clout. He already retired. Nobody really wants to see him. Haney couldn't sell tickets. It's just you gotta understand who's really out there that will sell tickets, that will put on a good fight. You got Cruz, you got Teofimo, you have Crawford, you have these guys, Tank.
Wow, wait, you
That,
really want Crawford for your son?
no, I didn't say that.
Oh no, I mean I thought that the names you were listing were potential opponents for Ryan.
Yeah. No, no, I didn't say that.
Okay,
I said that these are the people that sell tickets.
for sure.
Yeah, Crawford sells tickets. I'm not saying fight him. Crawford, um, Isaac Cruz, Tank Davis, Teofimo, they sell tickets, bro, because they 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 stand to fight you. They don't run around. Shakur runs around. You think people want to see that? See the difference between those guys versus Shakur and Haney? They don't have power, bro. They don't have power. They run and they'll jab you. And if you don't have the legs to avoid his jab, you're gonna get caught like Prograis did. See, I analyze the boxers before we even get into the ring, and I know their weaknesses. It's easy to figure out.
I have Matthew from Phoenix. Congratulations on the victory, Henry. What was the most important skill you instilled in Ryan that leads to his success in and out of the ring? Thank you for the time today.
You're welcome. Conditioning is key, brother. You got to make sure that despite what Ryan was doing with his antics and all that, and my son, he was trolling, but the bottom line is I always tell him one thing: business before pleasure. What I mean by that is that conditioning. If you don't have the condition, don't get in the ring, please, brother. Please don't get in the ring. You have to have the condition. There's your answer.
All right, the next one is from Rod in LA. Would you fight Matthias at a catchweight of 145?
Well, that's something that his promoters and our promoter will have to work on. But I think everybody wants to see Isaac Cruz. I mean, I don't know. Whatever they decide, we can always say, hey, let's run it. I mean, there's no problem here. But Ryan cannot fight at 140, so it would have to be a catch weight to 143, 140, 4. But if he wants 145, that's already a welterweight. You know, leaning towards the welterweight. Welterweight is basically 147, but you know, it's just a catch weight is nothing wrong with that.
So you think at this point, Ryan and Isak, that fight at a catchweight of 143 doesn't need a belt on the line. That's just a big fight for the
No,
public.
yeah, of course, bro. Where you think? Listen, how many times? And no disrespect to WBC or WBA or IBF, no disrespect, but Ryan said to people, belts don't matter to him because people are gonna watch you anyways. They're gonna watch you because you're a good fighter. I want Ryan to have a belt. Ryan could have had several belts by now, but Devin Haney got there first. It's okay. But look what we did to Haney. So technically, those belts belong to us. I mean, think about it. If you own something and you got beat, bring it over. Let's cut the politics out of it. You lost, give me your belts. Okay? Belts don't really mean anything because look what they did to Rolly. They gave him a belt. Look what they did to Haney at first. They emailed him a belt. I mean, you think belts really matter to Ryan? Come on. People want to see a fight. They don't want to see belts. True or not?
We definitely want to see great fights. I think when the fight is
Yeah.
great, and that's what I was saying. Like people are asking, "Oh, what did this fight do?" And I'm like, I don't think the numbers are important. I think the performances supersedes the numbers because it was such a
Yeah.
great fight. It's
Right.
rewatchable.
Right. Right. Just like when Leonard beat Hearns. That was amazing. When
Shit, we lost him. He got a call, maybe. In the meantime, in between time, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. It's going to help with the visibility of the show. You know, go ahead and tag Shakur. See if we can't get him on the show. You know, doors revolve. Henry there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Your camera turned off. You might want to jump out, jump back in, or check the camera.
What happened here?
Just hang up
I don't
and
know what
come back
happened.
into the link. Maybe that'll work.
All right.
All right.
Let me see.
So we'll get him back on. Any Patreons or members, hurry up and get your questions in. Where'd he go? Yeah, he's having service issues. Here we go. All right, got you back. We're almost done. We got a few more from the people, and we'll wrap it up. Next one is from Weedy from Orlando. So going forward, will Ryan fight at 140-ish, not 147?
140 ish.
So it'll be like a Canelo thing when he fought at 155.
Yeah, 140 ish. Or, and this might shock everyone, Ryan is bold enough to move up to fight Fundura. I mean,
Is that
that's
something you
shocking
guys do? You guys know him like from the amateurs or something? Like, why have you both been saying Fundora?
because Ryan fought guys like that and dropped them. Dropped them. The taller they are, the harder they fall. I mean, it's Ryan's got some power, brother. He's got some nasty power. But
So
right now, I'm being
the height and the reach of Fundora doesn't make you nervous, worried at all.
no, no. I'm being real. It doesn't.
Let me ask
It
you:
doesn't.
is it because you know that Fundora likes to fight on the inside, which will obviously get him caught?
There you go, brother. You already have the answers. you
we
already
got
have.
We got Oscar that says, Oscar from California, I hear what you're saying about Bill not stopping the fight and being a bad father. Now, my question is, as a father, why would you allow your son a fight with Tank with a hydration and a rehydration clause, knowing he is a puncher and your son was so depleted that also makes you a bad father, respectfully?
Okay, well, I got an answer for that too. The thing is that they wanted to fight, both of them. Okay, and I told Ryan, I consulted with my son. I said, "Are you sure you want this?" He goes, "Dad, the whole world wants this. I'll do whatever it takes." I said, "But Ryan, your health will be at risk." So I already ran it down to him as a father. But when you got a 23 or 24-year-old son, trying to stop him is sometimes impossible. And I was worried. So don't think that I'm a bad father. I did what I had to do. But tell that guy, when he was 24 years old, could his father stop him from making decisions? There's your answer. So don't say that I was a bad father. I did what I had to do. I gave him all the rundown. Your health is at risk. You shouldn't take so many stipulations as it could cause harm, bodily harm, which it did in the sparring. He got injured. I was like, damn, because your body's not used to coming down that low. Of course, I was concerned, but the whole world wanted it. Ryan wanted it mostly than anybody, but he knew that, hey, I gotta do what I gotta do for the people. So it's hard to
Henry,
convince. What?
Shakur just replied. Someone sent them the show, and he said, "Your old ass has been hating on him for years. Tell him I'm ready whenever."
Well, first of all, I'm not as old as you think, but
You looking
but
young. Tell him, Henry. You're
brother,
looking brand new over
come
there.
on, brother. And second of all, Ryan will beat your ass. You know it too. I'm not hating on you. I just know the truth. Just like we knew about Haney. So why am I lying? Bro, if you were a good fighter, I would say, man, fuck. But no, bro, you're not that good. You can't sell tickets. You're boring, and you like to run away from hard hitters. So there's your answer. So I'm not hating on you. I'm just giving some facts. So why can't I say my facts to you? You know what I mean? I mean, go talk to Ryan. Ryan will say the same thing to you. He'll knock you out. I mean, it's simple, bro. It's simple. Ryan's tall. You fucking fought Oscar Valdez, who's short. Okay? You fight somebody tall, the same result's gonna happen. What Ryan did to Haney will do to you, because Ryan's taller than you. So tell him that. Ryan is taller than you, he's faster, and he's stronger. And you mean to tell me that I'm hating on you? Bro, I'm giving you facts. I'm giving you a warning. And why the hell did you run so much? That's facts too.
AB from Jersey. Hey, Henry, who would you want your son to fight next? The answer is Isak, is what you're saying. Correct?
Well, that's where it's leaning to, but we don't know. It's just that's something that Ryan does want. I think it'll bring a lot of attention in the boxing scene. And if they want it, here's your opportunity because we're free. We already beat the guy that people thought that he was the number one pound for pound.
We got Brian that says, your youngest son ready? Is your youngest son ready to fight Amado Vargas?
Bro, come on, brother. Man, you guys don't know history. My son's an 8-time national champion. Sean, the dude is badass. Yeah, Amado beat him one time. But you know what? I told my son, I said, right, Sean, I said, why'd you let him beat you? Dad, I was bored. I wanted to turn pro already. I said, yeah, that's fine. I said, but you had a fight there. You should have kicked his ass. I could do it, Dad. You know I can. And they were stupid enough to ask for a rematch, like 2 days afterward. So he goes, Dad, I'm gonna prove something to you. I said, go ahead. He goes, I'm gonna beat him easily. And bro, he took a whipping the second time. So I know my son will beat him again. It's easy. Those Vargas brothers, they're all right, but not to a point where they're gonna fucking have as much fame as his dad. Hell no. Sorry, guys.
All right, all right. We have Marv from Texas. Good afternoon.
I thought you were gonna say marvelous Marvin Hagler. Damn.
I thought so too. His name is Marvelous from Texas, but his real name is Marv from Texas. Good afternoon, Henry. Do you still, excuse me, Henry Garcia? Do you still stand on your comments towards? Yeah, you've already answered the bill. You actually have two of those, so we're gonna shop both of these guys that asked the same question. That's a total of three. That is Marv and Jerv in the 973, who said, "Why did you choose the words nappy head?" And this one said, uh, "Do you still
Well,
stand on your comments towards Bill about his nappy hair?"
well, I'm sorry, but I have to because the guy continues to try to insult me. So remember, it's one on one. I'm not saying every person has a nappy head. I'm not saying that. I just go after him. So I don't show. I don't want to show disrespect to other people. But if somebody, a man who's my age, so to speak, is gonna try to downplay me, you better be well ready for me to come after you as a man. I fight one person at a time. I'm not fighting the world. That's what I tell my son all the time. You fight one person, you can't fight this world. It's too big. So when I say that about his hair, hell yeah, because he keeps on talking about my nice hair and shit. So screw that. The dude's ugly. Sorry, he's ugly.
All right, and it looks like the last one is from Roberto Hernandez. Are you concerned your son keeps talking about Colts? I think he should focus on boxing. Congratulations on your son's win. I ate crow. And that means he didn't think your son would win, so he had to, eat that crow. Are you concerned with some of the topics he touched on?
I'm always concerned. I'm always concerned because, again, he's 25. He's young. He says things out there that I want to check him and see if everything's okay. And when I do check him, he is okay. But I mean, I'm a typical father. Of course, I'm going to have concern. I wouldn't be a good father if I wasn't.
Are you busy? You have time for any more? I refresh and there are one or two popping up, or if you
Just,
gotta
just,
go.
just, just two more, brother. I'm done.
Two more. Bones 13 says, Bones from Fort Worth, Texas. Do you believe that Ryan can go up as high as 154 and challenge fighters? Thanks for coming on the show. You said, yeah, you want Fundura. You really want
Yeah,
Fundura.
right. Absolutely. So that is a possibility. Yes.
So the last one will be from me. Has you or Ryan or Lupe ever had dealings with Turkey Al-Sheikh? Because he is invested in the 54. Today, during this show, he announced yet another 54-pound fight that will happen on Crawford's fight, which is another 54-pound fight. So, I mean, Ryan is such a big name that if he really wants to be in 54, maybe Turkey would assist him with that.
Absolutely. Turkey. We are in talks with him. Of
Okay.
course.
Beautiful.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. But
Beautiful.
anyway, man. Thank you.
Thank
You
you.
guys.
No,
You got.
thank you, Henry. Appreciate you coming on the show.
You
And
have a good. You
you
have a
enjoy the
very
rest of
good
your day.
show. And thank you, brother. All right.
All right.
Take care. Bye bye.
Likewise. There you have